Hey, what's up guys, Will here for GSM Arena. You may know us for our reviews of smartphones, but every once in a while we like to do something a little different. This is the Turboant X7 Pro electric scooter, and it's the bigger brother to the Turboant X7, which we reviewed last year. What improvements does the new model offer? Is it worth considering for your daily commute? Let's find out in our full review. The Turboant X7 Pro comes in a simple cardboard box, packed with styrofoam. Inside, we basically have the scooter itself, and another small box. Within this box are the handlebars, charging adapter, and some paperwork. So first off, let's unfold our Turboant X7 Pro. Take off this styrofoam, and yeah, better stabilize things with the kickstand. Now to lock the column into place with the X7 Pro's steel latching mechanism, which is quite secure. Thanks to some springs inside, the latch snaps back easily and is quite simple to adjust. Just twist these handlebars in and secure with the Allen key, and you're all set. Here's a quick overview of the X7 Pro's specs. The scooter weighs 15 kilos and has a 350 watt motor. You get a 360 watt-hour battery, 10-inch inner tube tires, and a disc brake. The max speed differs depending on which market you buy the scooter in. In Europe, it's capped at 25 kilometers per hour. The official max range is 48 kilometers, and maximum load here is 125 kilos. The X7 Pro has a pretty standard-looking electric scooter design, though it is overall a bit larger than some competitors, weighing in at 15 kilos. This means the scooter's construction is quite solid and sturdy, but the extra weight makes it not so comfy to carry up the stairs. However, it is nice that the deck is on the larger side, if you need some more room for your feet. We also really like the ground clearance you get here, which is partly thanks to the large tires, and also because the battery isn't housed in the deck, but in the steering column. This is quite similar to last year's model, except that on the vanilla X7, the battery is nestled inside. While on the X7 Pro, the pack slides into a slot from the outside and clicks in place. It makes for a convenient battery swap, but can be fiddly at times, and aesthetically it's a bit awkward looking. The battery design is probably our biggest gripe with this device. It makes lifting the scooter with one hand, like up over a curb, much more difficult. And the mechanism holding the battery in place isn't super tight, and it rattles as it shakes side to side. This can get annoying while riding. But at least since the power pack is a bit larger this year, you get better range. When riding in the city on the fastest mode, we were able to get 25 kilometers on a single charge, which is better than the 15 we achieved on the regular X7. Just note that there is no kinetic energy recovery system here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. The tires spin a bit freely without power, so you can kick the scooter manually if you run out of juice. But when you get the chance, the battery's removable design makes charging quite simple. The battery pack has its own charging port, so you can charge it on the go, and we were able to take it from 0 to full in 6 hours with a bundled adapter. Besides the battery setup, the Turboant X7 and X7 Pro look quite similar in appearance, but when it comes to performance, the difference is actually night and day. Last year's X7 has a very conservative acceleration curve, something that would be suitable for a brand new rider. Even at the highest power setting, it's rather sluggish to accelerate, making riding more difficult in city traffic. The X7 Pro, on the other hand, improves on this a lot. On its fastest sports mode, the acceleration is much snappier and more responsive than the X7's. It's not only more exciting to ride, but if you need to pull some sort of maneuver on the road, you'll have the power to do it. Hill climbing is also more impressive on the Pro version. We were able to tackle hills with an angle of 20 degrees or so with confidence, at a respectable speed. Of course, if the hill is too steep, you will still slow down quite a bit. We are reviewing the models sold in Europe, and because of the laws, there is a limiter installed, which restricts you to a maximum of 25 kilometers per hour. You can tweak this through a hidden option in settings, and with that, we were able to achieve just over 30 going downhill. The ride is rather smooth overall, as the large 10-inch tires help to absorb smaller bumps and imperfections in the road. However, since there's no dedicated suspension, you will feel those larger holes and bumps, and this isn't a good choice for going off-road. Another reason to be careful about your riding surface is that the air tire may be prone to puncture. and if you do have to change one of these inner tubes, it is a hassle. As far as braking goes, there is a disc brake on the back tire. It works decently, and we found that braking performance improved after tightening and adjusting the pads. There's also an emergency brake on the rear fender, and we like this rear stoplight. It's tall, bright, and easily visible. As far as the headlight goes, it does an okay job, but seems a bit weak. It's worth considering buying a better one for night riding. You're probably all set as far as the bell goes though. It rings out loud and clear. The X7 Pro's display has a plastic cover, which is scratchable, but it's large and easily readable. Aside from the speedometer, battery bars, and the mode icon, you don't get any extra info here. If you want to make some extra adjustments, like cruise control and accessing the speed limiter, you can do so by holding down the buttons to access some hidden controls. Finally, we wanted to mention the X7 Pro's kickstand, which does a decent job. It's more stable than last year. So that's the Turboant X7 Pro. In many ways, it's a clear improvement over last year's model. You have faster acceleration and better climbing power, which make it viable for a busy commute. The larger air tires make for a smoother ride, and with a larger battery, you get better range too. It's not all roses though. The battery setup is a bit funny looking to be honest, and the rattling sound it makes can get annoying after a while. And since these are tube tires, you better hope not to get a flat. But overall, if you're looking for an electric scooter to drive to work, the Pro is the better choice over the vanilla model. And for around $700, or even as low as $500 depending on the deal you find, there's plenty of value here too. Because of that, the Turboant X7 Pro earns our recommendation. Thanks for watching guys, stay safe, and see you on the next one.